it's hard not to talk about this movie without the political aspects of it. The movie starts out with the freeing of people from an immigration camp, and obviously in 2025, that's been like a huge talking point politically in our country, and it's been happening for years. It does make me wonder about the timing of this movie, but it's also curious because PTA has been working on this film for 10 years. From a right or wrong kind of situation, like how did y'all feel about those scenes being portrayed in this movie?
What do you mean by from right or wrong? Like how he portrayed it, or portraying these ideas in general? Is it right or wrong?
Yeah, I guess a little bit of both, like from the actual idea itself, and then yeah, how like the fact that he portrayed it.
I don't think it's wrong that he portrayed it. I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know. They could have made. I was talking to my brother about this. He was mentioning that they could have made the actual like detention facilities look a little bit more like, like there's a scene where there's like kids playing around at one point while they're in
Yeah.
there, and like I don't know, maybe show how like miserable it can be in there, like. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I do kind of like seeing that shot of the kids like playing around with whatever they're given there, because it's like fitting in the theme of like this optimism for like future generations.
Mm.
But
Yeah, and to that, I think the reason why I like the way it was portrayed, in the sense that like, yes, there are those moments where it's terrible. If people are sick in those situations, or when they first get in there. But then at some point, like people are adapting to the situation, and I think just like the general environment, the fact that they're in cages, trying to find material to sleep
yeah,
on, is bad enough as it is, and it's sad enough where the kids are just adapting to the point where they're even playing with the stuff that was
yeah,
given to them. Um, to me, that was good enough for me, but I
no, yeah,
understand where you're
no, I
coming from.
actually I agree. I do agree with you though. Ultimately, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is such like a. I mean, nobody wants to be in a an immigration camp. Like it is a terrible place to be because you're not at home. You're just stuck in this limbo of like where are you gonna go versus like where you want to be. And it's I mean, the way you guys were talking about it was just making me think of like it is very hard and difficult for the people in that situation, but it's also like you have to find ways to like keep your sanity in those moments. And when you like, no matter who it is or like where you're trapped or stuck or whatever, you try to find ways to like just keep yourself going. Because if you're losing all hope, it's like I don't know, like it's over at that point, I
yeah,
think. So just the will of the human spirit or whatever, I don't know, like that kind of helps you to like try to find joy wherever you can because it is such a hopeless situation. Like that's the way that you get through it every day is to find those little moments of joy.
Yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah.
And it's interesting, like, if you think about films like any pretty much any of the Robin Hood films, where at some point Robin Hood has to save the Lady Marianne, I think her name
Mhm.
is, the character.
Maid Marian,
And to me, yeah, Larry Marianne. Oh no,
Maid
I'm getting
Marian. I
old.
don't know.
Miriam.
Miriam. There you go. But like, it's funny because some of the discourse that you've seen online for this film, it's like, oh, it's heavily, supporting either left or right. I just think it's a human
Mhm.
issue, right? And the whole scene of them freeing those people, to me, it's no different than watching Robin Hood freeing his band of
Yeah,
rebels, right? In his situation, it's just if it triggers something different because we're seeing like people, they have guns and they're like, tying up people and stuff like that, and it feels worse, I guess. But it really is the same thing. It's just funny how the response is
yeah.
different.
Like yeah, these same people will watch I haven't seen it yet, but from what I hear, Andor is very like anti-fascist, anti-authoritarian type of show. That's pretty much what it's about, right? Which also
Yeah.
is Star Wars. Star Wars is that.
Right.
These a lot of people who will say like, "Oh man, Star Wars is so good when it's not woke." but it's like, but
Yeah.
it's like you have this movie, which is doing like similar things to Star Wars in a lot of ways, where it's like this kind of hero's
Hmm.
journey. It's like this character who's
Rebels versus the
rebels versus
Empire.
empire type of thing. It's just instead of like masking what it's really about with like a sci-fi fantasy world. It's like, no, this is really what we're talking about. Like we're not. It's not like it's still going to be a fun movie, like a fun action adventure story, but like it's not hiding any of its subtext. It's just straight up what it is.
Yeah, and again too, like authoritarianism and fascism can come in multiple contexts. It can come from a more right context and a more left context. Either way, as long as you're taking away people's
Mm-hmm.
freedoms, right? Then it doesn't really matter what the ideology is behind it. It's still
Yeah.
authoritarianism. And so yeah, I just thought it was a really good scene, and like showing again the French 75, freeing them shows them in the right, but as you get to know them, you do see how flawed they are and how they're not
Yeah.
perfect, and even individually they still have a lot to work on, kind of thing, and even say that they fail, right? They're not even fully successful in what they want to do. This is a brief moment, but there was they showed the planting of like a protester where it
Yes.
was obviously a police agent, and they threw stuff to kind of to get the crowd.
Agitate.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, agitate.
Artificially agitate,
And
right? Yeah.
yes, exactly. And to me, like that felt good to
Mm-hmm.
me. Like I felt cleansed because I feel gaslit every time I say this to somebody. Like they do this again. It's a movie. We don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like when books come out about CIA operations, like we know there's a tactic that can be used. And so I just thought the fact that it was put in there, I was like really thankful
Yeah,
for.
me too. I thought that was a really great little moment, and like kind of I don't know. I don't want to say ballsy when it's like a big movie like this, but it kind of is a little bit to like because that almost feels like a conspiracy theory, but at the same time, it's highly likely, or in comparison, at least in comparison to like other conspiracy theories, and the fact that they're just like in this
Yeah.
movie, like, oh, this is what they're doing, and like I believe that this like these people would do this, that they would plant someone like that. Especially, and then when you look at like real life, anytime there's a protest, what do they label it as? A riot.